Hi, everyone. I'm Dr. Covert, or feel free to call me David. I wanted to take a few minutes and show you around our Canvas site and our syllabus. Most of this will be pretty self-explanatory, but just stick with me for a few minutes. And I'm just going to hit the highlights and show you the most important stuff on the Canvas site and on our syllabus. So when you log into Canvas, this is going to be the homepage that you'll see. And this homepage has on it our syllabus, our class meeting information. So we're going to have optional problem solving sessions every Wednesday at 10:30 for an hour. And the Zoom link here is right here. I'm going to have office hours every Monday and Tuesday from 1 to 2:30, and that's a different Zoom link down at the bottom. And then this also has my email address, which is the best way to get a hold of me. I will not be on campus this semester, so please do not call my office if you're looking for a timely response. In fact, I normally don't say this, but just don't call my office. It's not a good way to get a hold of me this semester. So if you need anything, just the best way to get a hold of me is email, and I'm pretty responsive to that. On this page, if we click the syllabus link, it's going to open up the syllabus in a new window. And again, I just want to hit the highlights here, the most important thing. So again, my email address, just email if you need anything, don't call. I'm going to have office hours Monday, Tuesday from 1 to 2:30. But if you can't make that, and I expect that there's going to be a certain percentage of you that cannot make that, that's totally fine. Just email me. We can set up an appointment for outside of office hours. So that's absolutely not a problem. Just if you need to meet, email me, we'll find a time. I have a pretty open schedule for the most part, but we'll find a time. Like I said, I'm going to have a 1-hour problem session on Zoom on Wednesday at 10:30. So that's information that was on the homepage that we just talked about. Everything else is going to be done asynchronously, meaning that I'm going to post videos on material, and then it'll be your job to watch the videos. I'm going to go over a few practice exercises in the videos as well. So I want you to actually go through the practice exercises with me with paper, pausing the videos when you want to work ahead. And then once you're done with that, then you'll have homework and then eventually tests. And we'll talk about that in just a few minutes here. Obviously, my main method of communication will be via email. So just pay extra attention to your email and Canvas notifications. As far as prereqs and topics, just read that over. Make sure that you meet the prereq. I think most of you wouldn't have been able to enroll if you didn't meet the prereqs, but let me know if you think that's an issue. We're going to use Webassign this semester, like I said, and Webassign is a Cengage product, and you've already been enrolled in auto access through the library for Webassign. So I think it's something like $50 or $60 for the semester, and that gives you access to the homework software for the semester, and the book is an ebook. If you want to have an actual physical copy of the book, I have instructions for that on the homepage. So if we just jump back to the homepage real quick, here you can figure out instructions. It's kind of a cheap version of the book. It's on really thin 3-hole punch paper. If you want if you want a cheaper version of the textbook, just buy a different edition, and then you'll still have access through auto access to all the homework and all that. So just a few options for you there. All right. So again, Cengage Unlimited, you're already enrolled in auto access. If you have questions about that, just let me know. To actually link up the course with Webassign, I don't have that set to go automatically, so you have to sign in for that. And so what you'll do is you'll go to webassign.net, or there's this other website, getenrolled.com. It doesn't matter, but you can just go to webassign.net, and then you'll type in the access code for the course, and that's this 12-character number here. So we'll talk about that access code in just a second. Like I said, you do not need to buy a paper copy, but if you want to, you can, or you can buy an old version, which is going to be just as good. If you need help with anything throughout the semester, I would really encourage you to talk to each other. You should really be your main point of contact with one another. And in fact, if you wanted to do problem solving or even homework together, I think that's totally fine. To do exams together is not fine. But we'll talk about that when the time comes. So we'll have some stricter instructions for exams. Other options as far as assistants go is, again, just talk to each other, email me, or come to office hours. And then Webassign has a limited amount, but a little bit of feedback for you, some problems that you can see them solve and so on. I would really encourage you not to use the internet because different people have different notations and different things, and things can go wrong there. And definitely don't use the Math Academic Center. So you're now at the point, the Math Academic Center at UMSL on the second floor of SSB is really meant to cover all classes up to calculus. You're beyond that now. And so you should not be going there for any help. And so that's that. We're going to have 3 mid-semester exams, each worth 100 points. And the final will be cumulative, also out of 100 points. All of them are going to be conducted at least partly via Webassign. So we'll talk about details as we go forward, but it'll be roughly a third of the way through the semester, 2/3, and then probably not the last week, maybe the second to last week will be the third exam. Okay, and then I do regularly assign many homework problems. And so that's going to be kind of your main way to reinforce what you've learned is all those homework problems. I have a list of important dates. So that's like all the drop dates. Here's our grade calculations. I don't use plus or minus grades. So I just want everyone to be aware of that. And then as far as classroom expectations, just behave as if this was an actual physical classroom. Just be nice to each other, don't interrupt, etc. So read that over. That's pretty straightforward. As far as academic dishonesty goes, we all know what that is, but that really just means honesty for exams. Since I'm going to allow you to do homework and problem solving, basically open book. So we'll talk about exams as we go along, but that's what that'll most apply to. If anyone's registered in disability services, or if you're an athlete, or if you need to travel for work or anything, just let me know, send me an email and we'll work it out. Okay. And that's really all I wanted to say about the syllabus. As far as Webassign goes, so if you click this link down here, this is a link to webassign.net, and you're going to open that up. And up here, you're going to see this button that says enter class key. That's the, I think I accidentally called it an access code in the syllabus, but that's our class key. So that's that code. You enter it there, and then all of a sudden you're registered in our course. I would encourage you to use your UMSL email address when you're registering if you don't already have an account with Cengage. But when you log in, this is what it's going to look like. So it looks like there's 4 of you already. And then I still have to schedule assignments as we go along. So I'll have some assignments ready to go for you for the first week. Okay, so those are coming soon, but you'll see the assignments that are coming up right here. Okay, so that's where you'll see those. One last thing I wanted to say, actually 2 more things about our Canvas site. This was the homepage and everything that was involved there. If you click on modules, this is going to be where I post most of our course materials. So in this page will be our agenda for the first week. And what that'll do is that'll tell you basically register for Webassign. Here's a list of videos that I would like you to watch, and then go and practice these homework problems. And so that's basically what I'll list in those course materials there. Or when it comes time for the exams, maybe I'll post something like some practice problems, or there'll be some other stuff that I'll have to post, maybe some handouts that I'll post here in the modules page, but that's how I'll have everything organized. So it'll all be under the same module, just be course materials, and then every week I'll add more stuff there. I'm going to start with having the first week set ready by Tuesday. And then my goal is to get at least 2 weeks ahead, so that if I or if any of you get sick, we can have a little bit of leeway. So if anyone gets sick, or if anyone needs any extra kind of leeway or assistance, I'm going to be as flexible as I can this semester. Just reach out, explain to me what's going on, and we'll work it out from there. Other than that, I think that's everything I wanted to say. Actually, there's one last thing I wanted to say. I'm going to go back to our homepage on Canvas. I'm going to add a link. I've taught this course so many times before that I've actually started to type up my own lecture notes for the course. So I have about 55 or 60 pages of lecture notes. So if you go to my webpage, and I'll include a link to this webpage on Canvas, and you click lecture notes on the left side here, this is going to have a link to all the different PDFs that I've compiled. So if you were to open the Math 2020 compile, this will open up the actual document that I've typed. And so that's that. So again, about 50 pages or so of just notes. So these are really not anything that you need to print, anything that you need to even really pay attention to, just some extra information for you. One last thing, actually, while I'm thinking about it, sorry, that was a false promise. I always say one last thing, and then I have 2 more things. If you want to access the ebook, the way that you do that is through Webassign. So you would log into Webassign, and then over on the left-hand side, you'll see this link that says ebook. You can click that, and it'll pop up with the actual ebook with the course material and so on. Okay, I don't know what I just opened, but here we go. So here's the actual material for the book. Okay, so that's all there. If anyone has any questions about anything for me, just reach out via email. I'll send an email on the first day just to say hi. But I hope everyone gets off to a nice start of the semester, and I look forward to seeing you all soon.